Hello, my name is Anna Lafreniere, and I will be teaching how to deep clean your fish tank. So my fish is a goldfish, and his name is Fez. But I took him out of the fish tank, as you can see, before this because it can be kind of time consuming, and I didn't want to take him outside because it's kind of chilly. So what you want to do is, most fish tanks have pebbles, so they have a nice looking bottom part. But you want to take all the water out. I just dumped it in the forest like that. And then what you would want to do is, if you have a strainer, you want to take the pebbles. I hope you can see this. You want to take the pebbles and put them in the strainer. If they don't fit all at once, that's fine, because you just want to rinse them with a hose or some water source to get all the grime off of them. So I'm just gonna put about that much in, and as you can see, the water is coming out and it's disgusting. And this is deep cleaning your fish tank, so it's not a good idea to take your fish out of the tank every time you want to clean it. The best case scenario is that you clean it every once in a while, and then more often, maybe once a week or a few times every 2 weeks, you want to take a big bowl and scoop water out and then put clean water in, and you just keep doing that till the water looks better, because you don't want to keep stressing the fish out by taking it out of its habitat and then putting it back in. And what's important to remember is that when you do deep clean a fish tank, or just any cleaning of a fish tank in general, the fish, or if you buy a fish too, the fish is used to the habitat, so it's used to the water that it has lived in before. So you don't want to get rid of it completely. So when I put my fish back, I'm going to put it in the water that it's in right now, because otherwise they'll go into habitat shock and they could die from it. So it's important that you do that. If you could bear with me just one moment, I'm going to go turn the hose on so I can show you guys how to rinse the rocks. Okay, I'm back. Let's see. So this is my strainer. I don't know if you want to see the dirty water, but it's really dark. And so I'm gonna take my hose over here. See, water's coming out. And I'm gonna take my strainer, and I'm gonna do this over here away from the table, but I'm just gonna rinse it like that and kind of rotate the pebbles so I get the ones up that are on the bottom. And since we're doing this in a strainer, all the bad water and the water that's processing through the rocks and taking all the gross and grimy stuff off, it's just gonna fall right through. So you're gonna do this for a little bit. It can get kind of tedious. You're going to keep doing this process with all the rest of the rocks too. Rotate a bit. And then what we're going to do is, I'm going to dump this disgusting water from here. Rinse it out a bit so you don't get the clean rocks dirty again. Yeah, I'm just dumping it over the side. I'm gonna put those clean rocks there, and then I'm gonna do it again. So yeah, this does get a little bit tedious, but your fish will appreciate it. I have to do this, the whole thing with you guys. I'll do one more just in case you guys want to see it again, and then I'll do the filter. And okay, yeah. Okay, so I'll try and get this a bit closer. Okay, so you can see the rocks right here. Let's try and angle it somehow. Okay. See the rocks and the hose? You're gonna want to put your finger there just to make a stronger stream. I have to do that because my hose, the pressure for our water isn't that strong. But just want to rinse them out and then rotate them again, mix them up. Rinse them a little bit, maybe mix them again. If you do it with smaller, like I didn't put all the pebbles in at once because then you don't have to spend as much time rotating and making sure that all the rocks are clean. It's just in a smaller bunch. I think that it would take about the same time as it does. It's just easier and not as frustrating, I think. Okay, so next I'll show you guys how to do the filter since you don't want to see this all the time. Okay, so we have a filter like this for Fez, and basically it goes into the fish tank like this. It goes on the side, and then like that, and then water comes out from here, and it gets filtered through a little filter right here. But even though this is disgusting, I'm going to show you guys the filter that I just took out. It's really gross. This is what it looks like. And this is what it's like going in. So you want to try and switch the filters pretty often. Otherwise they won't do their job. And so if you have a filter like this, you just want to put it, it's pretty simple. You just take that filter out. And for this one, it comes with two packages. It's like the little plastic part that you see right here, the green. And then this white patch, which is the actual filter. And you just slide it on. And then what you want to do is, so if you see this, there's some water in there. So if you see that like this, you just want to slide it in. There's a little crease that it fits perfectly into. You just want to slide it in there, and then that's it. And then what you want to do is, if you have, most people who have fish have little things inside of them, inside of the fish tanks. Sorry, one thing just fell out of here. Like for Fez, I have a little pineapple, the pineapple home from SpongeBob. And what you want to do is, this is pretty slimy to touch, kind of. It's not like disgusting, like it's not like I'm touching a fish. But what you want to do is rinse this too. You could use soap, but if you do use soap, you have to be really sure that you rinse it off really well after, because you don't want to put any soap or chemicals inside the fish tank because they could be harmful to your fish. So I'm just gonna rinse it with the hose that I've been using for the pebbles, and then I'll do the rest of the pebbles in the fish tank. And then you also want to rinse your fish tank, and if you have some kind of sponge you can use, because as you can see here, like some of the sides have like collected some slime and dirt from a fish living in there. So you just have a sponge where you can scrape it and then you can rinse all that dirt off. That's a good way to clean the fish tank as well. This is a deep clean. Again, you don't want to do this every time you clean the fish tank, because you're going to stress the fish out if you take it out that much. And also, if you do this and then you regularly clean it, you don't have to do this every time. So I'm just going to rinse the house out and then do the rest of the pebbles, and I'll have a clean fish tank once I rinse the tank itself out. This one's splashing. Get my phone wet. It's not slimy anymore. Okay, you guys can't see anything. Okay, so I'm just gonna leave that over here. And now you've seen how to clean the pebbles, clean the houses. And if you have, like, some tanks also have plants or artificial plants too. Those you can do the same. Real plants are fine. Like they're you don't need to clean those. You'd probably hurt them by cleaning them. But artificial plants, I would say do the same maybe if you just rinse them off every once in a while. It just will make it so when you put the rest of the water in, there's not as much like grime swimming about with the fish. So I'm just gonna try and, oops, I forgot that in there. So I'm just gonna try and dump the rest of these pebbles out so I can show you guys how to rinse the fish tank in itself. Alright, I left that many pebbles inside. It's not gonna make a big difference, so this is the amount of pebbles that you probably wouldn't want to rinse with, because can you see how that's taking up to the like almost the very top? It is the very top. It'll make it really hard to rotate it, which will make it hard to get all of those pebbles cleaned and rinsed. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm just gonna spray it with the hose on the side and then kind of rub it so the grease on the side goes away, and then I'm gonna dump that water out and just do it again until I think it's clean. And then my fish tank will be clean and Fez will be happy in his new home. I hope that you guys try this, and if you have a fish, and that they're happy. Bye, thanks for watching.